We at NDMO are quite pleased with the progress so far, and we wish to acknowledge all the agencies, community leaders and all stakeholders as well. As we speak today, we have about 148 evacuation centers still active. We have about 4,000 plus people in that, and about 104 household. Average of household is 3 to 5 in those evacuation centers. In the majority being in the west, and then we have central, and then we have the northern division as well. There's nothing in the eastern division. Those in the evacuation centers have been provided with their rations to sustain them, and of course help them in doing minor work so that they can get back to normal life immediately. We are concentrating again, liaising with other stakeholders on returning the evacuees safely to their communities, but subject to the status and of course health issues, health-related issues as well in their communities. But we are hopeful and thankful as well that the numbers keep decreasing in terms of active evacuation centers and number of people within as well. In terms of the restoration of essential services, accessibility is not a major issue, except in some of the which will be important for farmers and the rural communities, but the main supply routes we are happy, and further works and repairs will be dependent on weather and of course the mobilization of the resources from FRA. Energy, we are thankful as well for the progress. I think the fault that was reported a few days back has been detected, and the whole of Vitilevu is energized, but that does not mean that everybody will have power back because there are some safety procedures that needs to be undertaken as well. But It's minor or a few houses, areas in the next few days, and but EFL is just working on it. Water Authority, we are thankful. I think the only major concern now is Sigatoka. Sigatoka is about 40% in terms of their normal supply, and they have given their timeline, but hopefully it could be earlier. I was in Motovo this morning in Sigatoka to see the progress undertaken by Water Authority Fiji Limited. But in the meantime, we just ask people to bear with us, particularly residents of Sigatoka, because there will be water cottage, and if need be, they just need to liaise very closely with the Ministry for Rural Development and Disaster. It will be coordinated by the DO. Otherwise, health and hygiene, things are good. We're still very strict about COVID protocols, and of course, the damage assessments are ongoing. Again, dependent on availability. Focus is on agriculture, and of course, the teams are beefed up by other government officials, and of course, damages to homes and the wider infrastructure requirements. So basically, it's the return of the evacuees back to their communities, and the cleaning up of the evacuation centers, damage assessments, and the restoration of essential services and food distribution. That was the focus, and that's the update. It's very hard to say a figure or whatever now, because agriculture are doing their own estimates, and for us, we are just still trying to access the areas. So it's too early, way too early to start talking about the extent of the damage. In the Central Division, they had more than 100 packs for the 100 plus households. In the Western Division, I think it will be around 500 packs so far. And of course, in the Northern Division, about 50 or so. But that's from government. I'm grateful for the assistance that's coming from other stakeholders as well, and DOs and provincial administrators and the commissioners will coordinate that on the ground, and hopefully people will find some comfort in what's being provided, just to help them in the immediate recovery and as they work in the cleaning up and some minor repairs that they can undertake. NDMO is always ready because preparation is very, very critical. But we are dependent on the advice and the guidance that we get from Met Services. I know that there are some informations going around, but we always recommend that the official weather forecasting, and that's the recognized and the accredited facility, is from the weather office in Nandi. Let's not panic, but I still refer back to the forecast that was given in October, in the month of October. It's highly likely that 3 to 6 will pass through the region, and of course with that it's highly likely that 2 or 3 will pass through Fiji as well. We've had TG03 Foxtrot and later developed into TC Cody. We expect that 1 or 2 might come our way. Therefore, the general message is for everyone, let's just prepare and be listening very carefully to the advices and take the appropriate actions once received. Thank you.